first of all, you could help us get a kind of a better picture of what it's like for these kids that you're in school with. Apparently, a lot of them don't have a lot going on, or they don't have a lot in their families, right?
No. I work at the poorest school in Jefferson County, which is the largest district in Colorado. In my particular school, Mulholm Elementary, there's about 450 students. The families that are in my food pantry make $9,000 a year gross, or $750 a month, which is really tough because most of the families are very large. 1 in 10 at my school is actually homeless, living in shelters and motels and parks.
And so the school lunch program must be a huge, I mean, it's sort of like the anchor for these kids in terms of their nutrition, right?
Yes. The free and reduced lunch rate at my school is 94%.
Wow. And so you connected the dots between some behavioral issues and the fact that they didn't have enough to eat.
When I first came to Mulholm Elementary, I was a third grade teacher, and I noticed that a lot of the kids had behavioral problems and they couldn't focus. And what I realized is that these kids weren't eating. So the next day, I had a granola bar and I was eating it, and I saw this, like eyes, like little sharks, just following my snack.
Oh.
And I thought, God, these kids are hungry, and having come from a very large family, you always feed everyone. That's the right thing to do. So I started a small food pantry in my classroom. Initially, I set aside $100 a month to start.
Wow, that you were coming up with yourself?
Yes.
Yeah. Was it enough? $100 a month?
No.
Wasn't enough to make a difference for all the kids?
No. Initially, I went home in tears, and I talked to my husband, and I said, you know, this isn't right. And we started a nonprofit, started applying for some government grants, which we got, and started talking to people in the neighborhood, and they started giving us donations.
Wow. And so I suspect things grew pretty quickly. And this is more than just your classroom at this point, right? So you're now throughout the whole school.
Right. I feed 350 families a month, and emergency food boxes, too.
Wow. That's cool. I'm Nick Forster. You're listening to eTown. I'm speaking with this week's eChievement Award winner, Alexandria Ralat. Well, tell me the sources of the food in general, because it's probably coming from several different places.
Well, I donate a large portion of my income as a teacher, which, you know, teachers don't make very much. And I also have government grants coming in. I also have wonderful donors that donate money to me so I can turn $1 into 10 pounds of food from Food Bank of the Rockies. And then every night from 9 to midnight, my husband and I take turns doing grocery rescue, which means I go around to different grocery stores and I pick up food that is imperfect. It's organic, but you know, it's bruised or is at the bottom of the pallet, and that's what I give to my families because I want them to have the best.
Organic food that would have otherwise been discarded.
Composted at best, but the grocery stores that I go to are very green, and they know that it's perfect for me.
Wow. And so you're not getting a lot of sleep, but you're addressing something that you're very passionate about.
Yeah, I need some volunteers.
Yeah. Do you have some volunteers?
I do. The lifeblood of my volunteer base are kids. The youngest is in preschool.
Wow.
And my oldest is in high school.
Wow.
I'm nervous.
Oh. You're doing great, and it's a great story. It's an amazing story, actually. I mean, I think that teachers in general don't get enough credit. You know, teachers in general work hard, give what they have, give what they can, don't get paid a lot, have a lot of responsibility.
What I wanted to say is I have 40 kids that volunteer in my pantry. The youngest is a little girl who's in preschool. She cries if she doesn't get to come and pass out the bread. And my oldest is in high school. Another boy is applying to the Air Force Academy. And I don't know about you, but most teenagers don't want to spend their Friday nights picking up food with their teacher that they had in 3rd grade. So I think that's kind of cool.
Oh, it's really cool. It's really cool. Now, Alexandria, it sounds like you're still volunteering yourself.
Yes. In the summers, it's 40 hours a week plus.
And when did you start all this?
2005.
2005.
And from 2005 to 2011, we've passed out 1 million pounds of food.
Wow. You're probably right at the tail end of where it's really tough, but I have a feeling this is going to grow because you've done such a good job,
Yes.
Alexandria, of getting it started and spreading the word, and you've accomplished so much already, so you must be very proud.
I am.
We're certainly proud of you. We're proud that you joined us and you shared your story with us. We've got a framed E-Chievement Award certificate for you. I just want to mention that the name of the organization that you started, what is it?
Feeding Minds, Enriching Lives, Grassroots, Colorado.
Again, Alexandria, congratulations. Thank you for being such a caring teacher who's been doing so much for so many. The winner of this week's E-Chievement Award, Alexandria Ralat. The organization is called Feeding Minds, Enriching Lives, helping students and their families. Thank you, Alexandria.